The Mando is just side questing super hard in this season so far. I was expecting a little more plot outside of, hey, I'm looking for more Mandalorians. Like, that's about all the plot we've got this season. Now, we did see last season where a lot of these side quests kind of came full circle later in the season. So I'm hoping that's the case again. Like, maybe we'll see the Marshal again. Maybe there will be some sort of fallout with the passenger. We don't really know, but that's sort of going to be the assumption. But I kind of want to know, like, what's happening with Moff Gideon. Who's that dude from the end of episode 1? I want to like so a little bit more going on here right now. The show's still amazing. I love all these episodes. The Mandalorian just has such a cool feel to it, and we could watch him go into a bar and just sit there for an hour, and it's gonna be entertaining. So that said, let's get into tonight's episode. Tonight's episode was chapter 10 called "The Passenger," and we saw the Mandalorian take on a passenger. He's still on Tatooine. Uh, his lead was kind of a dead end. He got the suit of Mandalorian armor, but that's about it. He's headed back to his ship when he gets ambushed, destroys his speeder. He has to fight a bunch of dudes. It was kind of a cool scene where he gave the little guy his jetpack and then used his hand controls like beep 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 boop, launch that dude way up in the air, only for him to come crashing down a few seconds later. And then the Mandalorian has to walk to town after that. He goes back, gets another lead, and the lead is, hey, my husband knows where a bunch of Mandalorians are. If you take me and all my eggs to this planet that's one sector over, I will help you out. So that's kind of the premise for our episode. And this frog person, I don't know if I've even ever seen one of these frog people in the Star Wars universe before, but there she is with her little pack or vat, whatever you want to call it, of eggs that Baby Yoda absolutely loves eating. Most of the Baby Yoda's screen time for this episode was him trying to figure out how to steal eggs or eat the eggs. Even though this is this lady's, it's the end of her family line, and if she doesn't get the eggs to her husband, her family line dies. But Baby Yoda doesn't care. He's there. He's eating the eggs like they're the most delicious thing in all of the universe. So that's the episode. They're traveling, and as they're going along, some New Republic X-wings, they come alongside the Razor Crest, and they start asking some questions, which eventually leads to the Mandalorian running away from these dudes and crashing down on a planet. From there, his ship's wrecked. He's stranded. Um, the frog lady, she goes wandering off, finds this cool hot spring that happens to also be the den of a giant spider and all its spiderlings. And surprise, surprise, they anger the spiderlings and they end up getting chased back to the ship. They're in dire situation, only to be saved by the two X-Wing pilots who they were running away from earlier. They kind of make a little deal like, hey, we know that you did some bad stuff, but we also know you did some good stuff, and we'll just leave it at that. And they fly off. The Mando flies off, and that is the end of our episode. So nothing too crazy happening tonight, but yeah, the Mando's back. He's on the lookout for more Mandalorians, and that's sort of where we sit for now. All right, until next week, I will see you later, and thank you so much for watching.